One of the important issues for me, pulsating, is how we treat the heritage of our land and how heritage is treated elsewhere. In Britain now, we're meant to feel ashamed of our identity. We're meant to feel ashamed of the First and Second World War. We're meant to feel ashamed of the monarchy. We're meant to feel ashamed of empire. We're meant to feel ashamed of everything. Even being white, we're meant to be ashamed of being. But this is all part of the game. And I've got to step up to start talking about these things. You know, there was nobody in Bristol protecting those statues that were torn down because Black Lives Matter said they were offensive, they need to be torn down. But those statues were part of our identity and our history. Do you know what they're doing in America now? For example, at the Arlington Cemetery, associated with the American Civil War, they tore down a Confederate statue as a memorial to the Confederate dead, which was erected in 1914. They tore it down. Now they've decided they're going to put the statue back up. Now, what was the point in tearing it down in the first place? Do you know, statues associated, let's look at America, statues associated with the great Robert E. Lee need to be put back up, you know? And none of these statues are anything to do with slavery. Do you really think that people who fought in the American Civil War, the average person on the front line, cared a dot about slavery when they were on the Confederate side? They were looking at their own people, not slaves. They were looking at saving their communities. That's what the Confederate soldiers were fighting about. And these statues should remain. The fact of the matter is, it's not just about statues. When we look at castles, for example, in Cymru, Wales, Cadw, Welsh Historic Monuments, Welsh, can't stand the name Welsh, I'm Cymru. And the fact of the matter is, Cadw itself don't give a jot about those sites that were constructed by people who were native to Cymru, Wales. They love Caerphilly Castle, built by the Normans. They love Carnarvon Castle, built by the Normans. They love the likes of Beaumaris Castle, Harlech Castle, built by the Normans. These are showpieces in Cymru, Wales that are the prime showpieces of Cadw, showing Welsh culture. Well, they can show Welsh culture, but they're not showing the culture of the people of Cymru, right? That's the point. So I'm going to do more of these videos. I want you to start thinking that heritage is important to identity. Without heritage, we are nobody, right? And I'm going to get even deeper into Saddam Hussein and Iraq.